Hello everybody and welcome back to Tekkit with Gray and Graktor. How you doing, Graktor?
Doing fantastic. How about yourself?
Doing all right. We're picking up on this where we left off last episode. We were working with the Tinker's table there, power armor, and we'll open this chest up. We finished the power suits. Right after that episode, Phoenixon got on. He grabbed his, and I'm making. Graktor made some other items here: the frequency module and the oxygen gear, and we made some heavy oxygen tanks. These are all again in preparation for going to the moon. So. What I'm going to be doing is I'm going to be working on Phoenixon's parachute, and then I'm going to make the air compressor that we use to refuel or fill these tanks. What are you going to be working on, Greg?
I'm going to be dabbling in the arts of penmanship.
All right, but before you do that, I wanted to go fishing.
Fishing?
Yeah, fishing.
Okay.
Here, have a fishing pole. Now, you know, if you guys have watched any of my channel videos, Graktor and I go fishing in real life all the time. And we have this thing where whoever catches the first fish gives the other guy a fishing dollar or a dollar. So yeah, we're gonna go fishing and see who catches the first fish. Wait. No. We got to start off at the same time. We're gonna fish in the pond here. You're gonna open up a spot for yourself. All right, now on the count of three, we'll go. Okay.
Okay.
1, 2, 3.
What the heck?
I already got a fish in my hand, by the way. But if you go in the water, there's more fish.
Did you just throw TNT into the water? Well, there's fish all up on it. There's fish all the way back here.
Yeah, they're all over the shore. Check it out. You're still in the water. Oh, you caught one. I got 3, by the way. Yeah, if you look at your...
5,
how many you got? Oh, you picked up... you picked up my fish, dude. But anyway, yeah, that's a pretty fun fishing pole there.
Well, was that just like a stick of dynamite, or what was that?
No, it's actually a fishing pole. If you look at the NEI, there's a fishing pole there. Let me show you. Yeah, you go with this one here, fishing rod with the factory reloaded, and basically it's a fishing rod with a redstone torch and some det cord, 6 det cord, and you get the det cord by putting rubber around TNT. I had some TNT from a temple that I looted, and then of course we have the rubber from all the rubber from the big tree stump. Anyway, that and you actually it actually throws the rod in the water and then explodes and you get all the fish. So there you go.
That's funny.
There's no dollars in this game though. How do you do that? Anyway, that was fun. All right, so what we're gonna do is I'm gonna cook these up, throw the fish in the oven here.
Hey, Gray. Here's your fishing dollar.
What do you got?
That's MineCraft currency, so.
Wow. It wasn't even a dollar? I mean, it wasn't even a diamond? Actually, emeralds are actually more valuable than diamonds, aren't they?
Well, I'm just saying that's what is used as currency between villagers, so that's the best equipment that we got.
Yeah, that works. Okay, back to enough of that nonsensical stuff here. Let's get busy. So anyway, so I'm making a parachute for, and you're going to work on, what did you say you're going to work on? Writing?
The art of penmanship. Yeah, I'm going to dabble in Mistcraft.
Ah, okay.
Which is awesome because I've been a long-time fan of Myst, the Myst games that this mod pack's based off of, so it's kind of interesting. Basically, the theory is that if you write in a certain language and in a certain style, you can actually create the worlds that you write about. They actually become real, and then you can actually go into the book, into these other worlds, and you can do some interesting stuff, like custom-made Minecraft worlds and stuff. It's really cool.
Cool. So we'll be checking that out. That's fun. We've done it before, and had some interesting adventures. So I'm looking forward to that. But in my workbench here, auto workbench, I've got we're making canvas. I need 3 canvases. I've got 1 already, so I need 2 more. And how does it work? Let's see. Well, there it goes. You have to take them out. So I'm making 3 of these canvas, yeah, that's what it's called. This is Graktor, as you can see. And then as soon as we have all 3 of the click to craft. It's weird because before I didn't have to click it, it just started doing it. This time I had to click it, but okay. Alright, so we got the 3 canvases. Now, in order to make the parachute, let's get off the fishing equipment. Okay, there's the parachute, and we're going to make this one right here. So we take the 3 with 3 strings to make the parachute. Get out of that for a second, come back over here. I'm going to grab my 3 strings and the cactus green, because we're going to make Phoenixon's parachute green. As you can see, mine was gray and Graktor's was blue, and Graktor's already taken off with his parachute because he really likes it and he feels, well, what's the word? Naked without it? So do you just start with the... Yeah. Do you have to go find pages from the villages? Because I haven't found a village yet.
To be honest, I don't know. That's what I'm trying to... I think the way you start is you just make random link books, and then you go into the worlds, and these worlds will have libraries that have the pages inside the worlds.
Oh, okay. Because like I said, I went...
But it's completely random whether or not you get into a stable world or not, so you gotta be careful.
Oh, gotcha.
Gray, could you do me a quick favor?
What's that?
Can you stare at the wall facing away from the NASA Nook?
Do what? You want me to do what?
Thank you. Alright, so this is why I asked you to look away earlier, because I've been dabbling with QCraft, and there's observant dependent blocks, and it's a cool little thing I did. I have to look away. You have to do this by yourself. I'm going to be facing the wall here.
Okay.
Go ahead and go into that room, the NASA Nook. Go onto the far side of the machine. Center yourself on the block on the far side from the door.
Got it.
Then turn around and face the doorway. You should see the block above the doorway disappear.
It did.
Okay, now back up against the wall. You should go through a now doorway.
Whoa.
Yes.
Whoa. Can you come in here?
Now face the wall behind you. Yeah, I can. These are air blocks now.
Oh.
But now if you look back, see, these are cool. Basically.
Whoa! You're still out there though.
I know. All right. So basically, what happened is that when these blocks, these are QCraft blocks, and they're observer dependent. Basically, whoever looks at these blocks from a certain direction will dictate what type of block that is. And I have these set up to look like smooth stone if looked at from by any direction other than the south facing, which is the way you're facing now towards the door.
Okay, so if I'm looking at the wall right now, you cannot open it. Is that what you're telling me? Because I'm looking at it?
Yeah.
All right, so if I turn,
now if I
turn around.
Yeah.
So I turned around.
Now turn back around and look at the blocks because I'm not looking.
Okay, it's open. How? In other words, you can come in now?
Yep.
Yeah, okay.
Because once they're in observed state, they stay that way. They will not change. Even if you turn around and stuff, since I'm still observing them, they're still air blocks.
Gotcha. And this.
So that's pretty cool. It's kind of weird, but
this is the book stand. In other words, this is your room that you're going to set up your Mistcraft book to go to the Mistcraft worlds. Because we're going to go to all kinds of worlds. We're going to go to the moon, maybe to Mars, and we're going to go to whatever craziness you have in store for us.
Yep. All right. Sorry for interrupting your parachute making and whatnot. I just wanted to share that with you.
I already did the parachute. Now I just want to work on the. We need to make a compressor to fill the oxygen tanks. So what I've done is I've collected all of the materials here. So I'm going to take all of this stuff. And I need one thing I need with this. So I'm going to go make that first. In other words, I made all these plates, but I need one bronze plate. Now Grak, you want to come out here and kind of give us a rundown on the what we did here with the Galacticraft machine rig setup?
Yeah, basically we have fuel for days. Don't have to be worrying about the refinery anymore, so we took that out so that we could put in our oxygen collector, which apparently by itself will not fill our tank, so we now need the oxygen compressor, which is what you are working on.
Right.
And that's going to get.
I just did put the ingots into the compressor and got the compressed bronze, which is the same thing I did with the steel, tin, and aluminum. And then the canisters are just tin, and you get to make a tin in a U shape, and that gives you 2 canisters. So to make the compressor, we'll come over here. Hey, Grak, can you grab the tanks?
Yes.
So, okay, is it an electric compressor or just compressor? There's an electric compressor and then a compressor. Do we want the? No, we need the oxygen.
It's the oxygen compressor.
I'm not finding it. Oxygen compressor, there it is. Okay. So this is what we're going to make. And first thing we need to make is this oxygen concentrator. Okay, and then in the oxygen concentrator you have to make these an oxygen vent. And an oxygen vent is just a steel and tin. So we've got the ingredients for that. So we'll do that first. So don't need a carrot. Okay, that gives us the vent. Now we can make the concentrator. So we have the vent, and we need a tin cylinder. And again, just to show you the tin cylinder, that's how you make that. Wrong button. Okay, so we'll make this. Steel plates. And I think tin, yes. So we have the oxygen concentrator. Now we just make the rest of it with there's the bronze steel plates, and then the aluminum. The aluminum. So it uses up some resources, but I like the style of it overall. Let's see, is that steel? Yeah. And there we go. Now what Grak was saying was that here's the oxygen collector that he made earlier. And in order for it to work, it has to go right next to it. So we put it in like that. Is that in the, it's not hooking up. Grak?
Yeah, it's got certain inputs and outputs. There we go.
Okay, so you have to wrench it around until it connects. Okay, now what we've got going is we've got oxygen. You can see the little particles. So the oxygen is collecting in the collector. Now, Grak and I were looking at this earlier, and we were getting a kick out of it because H2O is water. And it actually says oxygen storage. But we think that that's part of the texture pack that we're using. Part of the stacks is listing that as H2O. In other words, there's no source.
Yeah, it should be O2.
There's no source of water connected to that. So we just wanted to clear up any confusion there.
Yeah, it should say O2, but it says H2O for some
Okay,
reason.
so now in the compressor itself, do you have one of the tanks, Grak? You can throw in there?
No, I'll throw you one so you can stick it in there.
Okay. Well, in my NEI, you guys can see that there's different size tanks. You have light oxygen tanks, medium oxygen tanks, and heavy oxygen tanks. And each one of us can carry 2 of these. So you see the difference between them as far as how much air they can hold. And personally, I'm scared, so I'm going to go with the best. And as you can see, it's now filling up the oxygen tank. Now, the power is fluctuating a little bit, but the energy is coming the way it's tied in. It's still, whoops, hold on a second. Yeah, it's tied in to the solar. It's still tied into the solar power, so we got plenty of power coming in, and we're good to go. Now, this oxygen collector is also what we will use, probably multiples of these will be used on the moon, and you use grass blocks around it to create, generate oxygen while you're on the moon. So there we go. We'll get these tanks filled up, and that'll be another step closer. It'll take a while because these are pretty big tanks. It holds 2,700, so that's pretty good. Okay, one other thing I wanted to show you guys out here in the main room. If I'm standing here in the main room and it's raining, but if I hit the X button for the map and I open up the map, you'll see up in the right hand corner we have our mob farm, which, if you guys remember from the other episodes, was built over the man, that rain is loud. Let me fix that. Alright, turn that down a little bit. Alright, go back to my X map here. The mob farm, it was built over a mine that we used mining turtles to go all the way down to bedrock. Now, there's a big square to the south with a, looks like a target on it. That, again, is going to be a building built on a 32 by 32 mine that is still in the process of being mined out by a turtle. And I'm going to build a observatory. That's the word. I'm going to build an observatory there. And so we're going to be able to observe the moon. If we're going to go to the moon, we should at least study it ahead of time. That's my theory anyway. What do you think, Greg?
It's an interesting theory.
Thanks. Anyway, that's going to be an ongoing process. So how are we doing actually towards the goal? We're pretty much ready to go, except Phoenixon needs to finish getting his stuff set up, his armor set up, and then and we need the oxygen gear. That's about it, right?
Yep, should be.
Now this frequency module, and this oxygen gear, that's all part of the setup, right?
Yeah. No, I can't really remember. Hold on. If I remember correctly, I think the frequency module is you have to have it for telemetry, which is
okay, but I'm saying you go to this sub category on your inventory, or whatever you call it. I don't know what the word is. Anyway, this is where you put the stuff. So you put your backpack, you put your parachute there. Of course, I'm using the gray one. My helmet. Now, I'm just letting the folks know. On my character, it shows the little radar thingy-majiggy, even though I don't have this equipped yet, but it goes there. Then you have your oxygen gear here, and then this is where your 2 tanks would go. And what's the square between? Is that the helmet, or what is that between the frequency module?
Yeah, the little square. That's the oxygen helmet or whatever, but we don't need that because we have that built into our power armor.
Right.
Hopefully.
It was that way before, and yeah, we'll take a look at the bench here. Okay, and if you see here, see the square? It says airtight seal. Seal the suit against hostile atmospheres for venturing to other planets. So we have that installed. So hopefully, oh, I still need to add the night vision to mine. Some of you are probably wondering why I don't add the compass, because I'm always getting lost. But the truth is that even that compass confuses me. So we're going to go with the night vision. That's the last item I'm going to put on mine. I haven't done it yet. But anyway, that's another time. But yeah, that's where the airtight thing. Oh, one other thing I wanted to show you guys. Even with the power suit, I went out and I was doing a strip mine, and a bunch of mobs spawned and jumped me and killed me. I had 56 levels when I died. Needless to say, I was not a happy camper. So we're not going to let that happen again. So what we did was we have a barrel of mob essence. And basically what a mob essence is I can't do it right now. I can't demonstrate it because I don't have any levels. But you use one of these, the XP extractor, and a bucket, and you extract levels from yourself and you put them in the barrel of mob essence. And this then is being pumped up and connected to this, which is an auto enchanter. So if you click on the auto enchanter, Graktor, do you have that blade?
Yeah.
Okay, he threw a diamond sword in there. And we've got it set for 30 levels. And the machine, the auto enchanter, holds 4 buckets of mob essence, but we have it connected so that the barrel refills it. How many mobs, how much mob essence do we have in the barrel down there, Grak?
About 63 buckets.
Okay, so that's 63 levels. As you can see, the meter here is working. When it gets to the top, 2590, it will enchant the sword. And what we found is that it only uses 10 buckets of mob essence.
Closer to 7.
Really? Well, that's even better.
Yeah, only about 7 or 8.
But what I like about it is no more lost levels. If I die, they're not going to get that much from me. So anyway, when that diamond sword is done, we're wanting to try to get a pretty decent sword here. Oh, and if you notice in my inventory, we did go into Nether, and Graktor fought some stuff and got some tears, gas tears, and so I made a safari net, reusable, and i.e. Pokemon ball, and so yeah, that's pretty sweet, because then I can go around collecting stuff. Anyway, we're still waiting for this. It's getting close to being done.
Hey, Greg, are you wearing your oxygen gear and your frequency mod?
Yes, I am, except for I just don't have the tank yet.
Okay, that's disappointing. Because I'm wearing mine, but you probably can't see it on me, can you?
All right, hold on a second. The sword just finished. I've got sharpness 3 and fire aspect 2.
Cool.
Not bad. And
Yeah.
There you go.
Yeah, come look at me real quick. Do you see an antenna on my head or a satellite dish on my head or any oxygen tanks on my back?
No. Well, wait a minute. I don't know. What's your back look like? I don't see. You mean like they would be red? I don't. See
Yeah.
them. No, I don't see them.
Okay.
Oh, you put another one.
Here, I got a full one. Here, I threw a full one at your feet. Yeah, see, if you put it on, you'll actually see them pop up on your back, connected to your oxygen gear tubes. If you push F5, you can go into third person.
Oh, yeah, that's kind of cool. I see the little red tank. I don't know. Yeah, that's pretty. And I see the little. Guys can see the little radar thing. Is that so we can communicate with each other while we're on the moon? Hey guys.
That.
Where you at?
No, that's for. Like I was saying, that's for telemetry, which is you have to build a special display screen. But basically, it's a way of remotely displaying our vitals, if you will, on a screen.
Gotcha.
It's like they would in it's you know they're role playing the whole space travel lane.
Right, but it would be helpful because it would let us know exactly how much oxygen, like for instance, how much we have, right?
Right. Well, mainly it would be for someone staying back at base, and you would be out and about. But I could see your hunger level and your stuff back at the base displayed on a screen.
Oh, gotcha. Okay.
You know how they like the NASA will monitor their astronauts and stuff.
Yeah, that's why that whole
Make sure they're doing good.
Houston, we got a problem thing comes in. All
Yeah,
right. Well, we covered some stuff and got some oxygen and got a parachute for Nixon's gear. We looked at what was the name of that block that does that weird mystery thing again? What do you call that?
An observer dependent block. That's from the Qcraft mod.
Qcraft mod. We're going to be touching base on the Mistcraft worlds. So yeah. So anything else, Grak, you want to add? Oh, and I got a fishing dollar. All right. Well, I guess we'll call it an episode, and we do appreciate you guys stopping by and check us out. And Grak, appreciate all your help. Are you out there fighting stuff, or what's going on?
I was playing around. Oh, did you equip the night vision yet?
No, I have to make it yet.
Oh, okay, never mind then. I'm just having fun with my power suit out here.
All right. Well, we'll catch you guys later, and till next time, take care.